What's up YouTube, Capital G here. Got some very solid duels for you guys to check out, including this duel that is going to be a whole lot of back and forth, and this is going to be just one of those good old-fashioned duels, no major misplays. You can see at the bottom we got a trap trick variant that features artifacts. This build is mainly it's designed to just lock your opponent out of the extra deck for multiple turns. We got the Danger Thunder Dragons at the top, not a Seconds Light build. You can see he has a Lord Darkness. There are also some dinosaurs in here as well, so you know the potential for Ultimate Conductor to be dropped. Then Trap Tricks is going to open up not that great because he didn't open up with any Trap Trick monsters, no Sarah, no Myrmilio, just not going to happen. He is going to get Artifact Scythe early online, so his opponent will not be using that extra deck. There will be no Colossus dropped in this turn, and I think it's okay because he can still kind of power through even with the Scythe on board. He can just constantly summon all these monsters. Like, that's what the dangers allow you to do. They allow you to still make some advantage or make a legit turn one play even when you're under Sanctum. Now this is going, or excuse me, under Scythe. Now this is going to suck, right? Because he summons Levineer and he's going to go after his opponent's back row, but he hits the artifact morale tech, so he ends up losing his dragon for his troubles. And Bigfoot is also in defense mode. That was just kind of weird. That's zero defense, just pointing that out. Anyways, Trap Tricks Myrmilio is the perfect top deck. It allows him to go +1 and get Sarah, and luckily, because this dude has zero attack, or excuse me, zero defense, he can actually attack over something. So I looked at this duel and I was like, I think he's gonna run away with this. Scythe is gonna lock him out of the extra deck again. He's gonna pop the double evolution pill on the field, and he's getting a bottomless trap hole. Like, honestly, if you're a Trap Tricks player, you can't lose this duel. This is 2 straight turns of locking your opponent out of the extra deck. You just got basically like a +2 off of Sarah, and I don't know what more do you really want? Like, he's gonna get the Floodgate Trap on the Levineer. Sarah is going to die. It's just like so difficult to protect that card. It's 800 attack. He is going to go ahead and summon another Sarah, and then he uses his 5s to simply bounce the Thunder Dragon. That is, what is Thunder Dragon Bolt, I believe? Thunder Dragon Roar. He's going to go ahead and use that. I'm not sure I would have went for that Pallades play. I think the 2 level 5s might have actually just been better, but he did want to get one of the artifacts in the graveyard so that he could just simply resummon it, and it would be 3 straight turns of no extra deck for Thunder Dragons. But he is just going to press on because, as I said before, Sarah is not exactly an easy card to protect. He can simply attack over her. He attacks over the Scythe, then he is lucky here. Top deck's a Dying Era, which means he can go for a rank 4. He can go for a Best Dweller. Maybe Utopia the Lightning would have actually been better. Utopia the Lightning would have done like so much more damage if he's playing that. I mean, he has to be playing that, right? He has to be running a good amount of rank 4s. Bottomless Trap Hole on the Thunder Dragon duo. He's going to use the Abyss Dweller as well. But the thing is, the Thunder Dragon player is not giving up, even though he should be out of this duel. Actually, you know what? If he would have went for Utopia, well, no, I guess his opponent. I think if he went for Utopia the Lightning last turn, I think he just wins the duel here, to be honest, because he just has like way more damage on board. Anyways, he's going to go for the BLS Link monster. He is going to attack for 30 or 3,000, leaving his opponent at 500. I feel like there is a way he could have just won just now. If he didn't go in for the BLS Link, I feel like he probably could have just won, so maybe that was a little bit of a throw. His opponent finally is going to be able to have a turn with the extra deck, and he's immediately going to go in the Nightmare Phoenix, trying to force out one of those trap holes, but he is met with impermanence. That is lucky because at least he doesn't get to draw a card. Solemn Judgment used on the double evolution pill, but dude, that was a lot of life points to pay. 2,700. He now is only left with a Floodgate Trap Hole, and if his opponent uses a Link monster, he won't be able to use that. And guess what he's going for? He goes straight in the Borlo Dragon, says, give me that BLS, and would you believe that after 3 straight turns of no extra deck, this Thunder Dragon player is actually +2, and he is going to win this duel. Borlo Dragon is an incredibly hard card for control decks to top deck against, and he actually ends up winning. I think what happened here, too many turns of Sarah dying for free, and then the Artifact Scythe just being ran over for free. Like, yeah, it locked him out of the extra deck, but I'm not even sure that he really needed to lock him out. I feel like he could have just fought back with the trap holes, and maybe, well, I mean, I guess that's what Scythe is pretty much good for, but he lost a lot of monsters in battle throughout the first 3 turns, and I was actually quite surprised by that ending or the result, because I really thought turn 2, when he got the play where he popped the back row with Myrmilio, and then got the +3 off of Sarah, I was like, dude, he's gonna just win this duel. He's gonna run away with it, but doesn't always work out like that. Anyways, next duel is actually going to be Cinderella deck. I'm still not really sure what to call it. Fairy Tale Cinderella. You guys can call it whatever you want. And he's facing down against I don't. This is actually Rainbow Neos, if you can believe that. Looking at this opening hand, you're like, Dark Warrior? No, it's actually Rainbow Neos. Both of these are ISO.decks, apparently, because ISO is going to be what they're both going into early for their plays. And it's interesting because Hero Kid is super. It's a card that gets you 3 monsters on board, but I never would have associated Cinderella with going for Fairy Tale Snow. Anyways, he's going to go for Summon Sorceress, and then as an Eteria Beast play, summons the Amber Whale from Dark Neo Storm, but he's not done there. He's going to go for a Time Thief Redoer as well as kind of another XC play. Let me actually see something right here. Okay, it was an Earth monster. I was like, hey, if you were using 2 darks, maybe Evil Swarm Nightmare would have been the play, but I think Redoer is actually pretty decent. He can spin one of his opponent's monsters, and he can also banish it. It wasn't bad, so. He also got a spell, which was great, because now he can draw a card, and he's going to lose, well, he's going to activate the effect, and he's just going to spin the Super Agent back. I think at that point, maybe he thought he was playing against Spirals, and he was like, I got to get rid of these freaking Spiral cards before he drops Double Helix on me, but that was a little premature, and you're going to see why. His opponent says, hey, I can do ISO shenanigans just like you can, and he's going for a little bit of a different route. He's going to go with the Yazi play, pop one of his opponent's cards, probably the Neteria Beast, so he can actually start using spells. Mare is really good when you get it on the field, get those 3 monster tokens, and now you can probably go into Saryuja Skull Dread, draw some cards, try to fix your hand, do whatever you want, but this is going to take a little bit of an interesting route because now you start seeing the Rainbow Neos side of the deck, and he's going to bring back Neos. He's going to go for BLS Link Monster, goes for Neos Fusion, and then he actually summons the big guy himself. Now, this was the cool part. He's going to activate Neos effect, gives up Saryuja Skull Dread, and he's going to spin the Amber Whale back to the extra deck. And would you believe this? This is actually enough damage to kill his opponent because he got that 300 extra damage from the Saryuja Skull Dread. Actually, he got it twice. That is going to be an OTK. 6 cards committed to it, but you know what? It doesn't even matter because in the end, it worked out. If he did not go for Saryuja, he does not win this turn. He needed both of those 300 attack gains, and he ends up winning the duel off of that mega push. So I know this guy is feeling a certain type of way because anytime that I lose a duel and I'm like +3 on my opponent, I'm like, that was lame. I should have gotten another turn and been able to win. But you know, sometimes that's just how it goes. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed those short duels. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.